What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Red King Bobo. We're back at it again. So I saw this video. I think it was on Twitter or X, whatever the hell you want to call it now. Um, and for those who don't know who this man is, shame on y'all. This is James Harrison, number 92 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Or he was. He's retired now. But I hope this brother gets into the Hall of Fame because he has one of the best Super Bowl moments of all time. The 100-yard pick six on Kurt Warner to capture the Super Bowl 43 trophy. We are now on 17 years on that. But hey, one of the best. I mean, it goes like him, Joe Green, TJ Watt. I mean, the list goes on. But this brother was just spectacular when he was on the field. You could not do nothing without him, bro. So there's that. But he was on Undisputed at the time with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, and they were talking about, the Antonio Brown situation. Like, we knew he was going to leave Pittsburgh. He ended up going to the Raiders, then the Patriots, and then he stepped out of the league for a while. Then he went to the Bucks, won the Super Bowl, yada, yada, yada. Him piecing out in MetLife and that sort of thing. There was a lot going on in 2019. Ben was getting a little older. Team they had just lost Le'Veon to the Jets, so nothing really worked there. But he said something here, and they asked him about, what was his relationship with Tomlin, and I want y'all to hear this when they ask him this question.
What do you know of his relationship or lack thereof with the head coach?
That is a relationship that, like I said, it's a situation where he lets or allows certain things to go on because of the player that he is and what he gives to the team. Tomlin has a saying that he's going to treat everybody fair, but he's not going to treat everybody the same.
Exactly.
So
nor should he.
So with that being said, you give an inch, some people will take a foot. You give a foot, some people will take a yard. And I think it's got to that situation now where he's allowed so much, and now he's trying to back it off you can't do it. And now that you're not winning, all of that now comes out.
Let me tell you what the really great ones do, Skip. When they know they have privileges from the head coach and the organization, they don't take advantage of them. That's what the really good ones do. Shannon Sharp know he was treated differently. So did John Elway, so did Terrell Davis. But we were on meetings on time. Not because, if we late a couple of minutes, Mike's going to forgive it. If we don't show up on time to the plane, Mike's going to forgive it. But you set the precedent for everybody else. Because everybody's watching what Shannon does, what John Elway, what Terrell Davis, what Ross. They're watching. Because guess what? Those young guys in that locker room, one day they're going to be the 5-year vets. They're going to be the 8-year vets. And if they saw you do it in year 8, year 10, what do you think they're going to do? I can't wait till I get to year 8, year 10, because I'm sure going to show up late.
Yep.
That's just the way it works. And that's what has happened. Coach Tomlin has let these guys skate on some issues.
He has.
And because they're good, he let them skate too far, and now they're too far out there for you to rescue.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you're saying, just these guys. It's been other guys you know what I'm saying? It's just that it wasn't, Le'Veon Bell. It wasn't Antonio Brown. Like they made a big deal when Le'Veon missed like a walkthrough on Saturday.
Right.
Well, I know another guy that missed it, but you never heard a drop about it. But that's because it was Le'Veon Bell and they were going through their situation and they were trying to make him look bad.
Could the guy that missed it, could he
let's
throw the
let it
ball?
out. Excuse me?
Could the guy that missed that, could he throw the ball?
No, he couldn't. Not a drop. Wasn't even a starter.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that's what happened.
All right.
But whose fault was that? Mike.
Like I say,
Mike, you got to put that in check.
Okay.
though, right?
Speaking of Mike, I said for years on TV from a distance, I like him because I like his press conferences, pre and post game. Sure. He makes me feel like I want to play for that guy. I did not love the way he treated you in the end in Pittsburgh, which led to your parting ways. But is it possible that he's run his course in Pittsburgh and he needs a change of scenery. Because I still think he's a really good head coach. Because he's,
yeah,
you know,
I think he's a good head coach. I wouldn't put him as great because I feel like a great coach takes good players and does great things with them. I think he has great players over there, and he hasn't done good things with them this year. So with the roster and the guys that he's had over there, I think they should have been a little further along. My feeling is this: the more control or the more that he has to do with what goes on around there, I feel like the further the team is getting away from the goal of a Super Bowl. I feel like the more he gets like his people in place and the more he gets the people that he wants there, I feel like they're getting further away from the goal. That's just my feeling.
Why can't Mike Tomlin is a defensive guy. Why isn't the defense better than what it is?
Why isn't it?
Yeah.
That's something.
That's his side of the ball.
That is his side of the ball. That is no question about it. And he has a lot of say on that. So, that's the big thing. Like everybody wants to jump on Butler. Coach Butts is.
Well, at first it was the other guy they ran up out of town.
Right.
Your guy. What's the guy, the D coordinator that he went to
Dick
LeBeau.
At first it was him because his own list, it was
Right.
no good, so they got him up out of town.
Well, I felt like that the Dick LeBeau situation was a move to try and, like you said, get him out of there so Tom
Get
could
his
put
guy.
more of his hand into it. And it, like I said, Coach Butler he's a great coach, but I don't feel like he's got, at least from when I was there, he didn't get the chance to de-coordinate and actually do the job. He had it in title. That's
so
why
you said Mike Tomlin do?
Mike Tomlin's hand is in a lot of that. And that's why I believe you haven't seen a change on the defensive side of the ball too much, other than letting guys go that, their contracts are up, because he has so much of a hand in that defense.
He let Peasy go.
It feels like all the
I know.
Now, he said this in 2019. We're in 2025. Let me see. He brought Pat Meyer. He brought Matt Canada, Terrell Austin. But Austin's going to be a scapegoat. He's probably going to be getting up out of town, too. There was a lot of things that James Harrison said. And the Dick LeBeau stuff, listen, him, Keith Butler said it. I'm pretty sure Terrell Austin's now going to say it. Mike Tomlin has been the defensive coordinator, and that is the reason why their defense year after year, while they may look good at the beginning of the moments or at the beginning of the year, when it comes to the postseason, they just look flat dead. And I think that partly is on him. Or actually, no, the majority is on him because he's calling the defense no matter what. And that came out clear as fucking day. And at some point, Mike Tomlin got to take a hit for that. And people try to sit here and defend him. But I thought Shannon Sharp said something, when it came to, hold on, wait, what did he say? When it came to like the receiver position, because that's kind of like where we are with George Pickens. Listen to what he says again.
Differently. So did John Elway, so did Terrell Davis. But we were on meetings on time. Not because, if we late a couple of minutes, Mike's going to forgive it. If we don't show up on time to the plane, Mike's going to forgive it. But you set the precedent for everybody else. Because everybody's watching what Shannon does, what John Elway, what Terrell Davis, what Ross. They're watching. Because guess what? Those young guys in that locker room, one day they're going to be the 5-year vets. They're going to be the 8-year vets. And if they saw you do it in year 8, year 10, what do you think they're going to do? I can't wait till I get to year 8, year 10, because I'm sure going to show up late.
Yep.
George Pickens had a report saying that he was late, way late in the Christmas game. I mean, that doesn't surprise me because, Shannon Sharp said it. This has been going on in Pittsburgh for years now. And at some point, this is Mike Tomlin's coaching style. He lets a lot of things slide. Now, when James Harrison was asked, what is the difference between him and Tomlin, or Belichick and Tomlin, Belichick the way he ran New England is probably the reason why he had a lot of success in New England. Because when you got a guy that sets the temperature of the room, saying, "Hey, this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it this way, not everybody else's way. I'm gonna treat you all the same. There's no fair. I'm gonna treat you all the same, but this is how it's gonna be." And I think that's the difference, because when you look at it, look at the success that New England had when Belichick ran the joint with Tom Brady. Multiple Super Bowls, multiple AFC championships. I mean, Mike Tomlin only got to one AFC championship, and since then hasn't won a playoff game since. That's on him. And he's mishandled the wide receiver position, I think, for the majority of the longest time. He's mishandled a lot of things. He's killed this organization. He set this team back. I mean, this was 2019 when these guys were saying this. We're 2025. Nothing has changed. So, no matter what offseason move they're going to make, no matter what they're going to do, it's going to be the same thing. Mike Tomlin has officially killed the Pittsburgh Steelers. The culture is gone. What Bill Cowher put into place is gone. And, I'm ashamed of Art Rooney for not, dealing with the problem before it got worse. I'm ashamed of him, because he should have been the one to kind of put the foot down and be like, "Hey, no. This isn't your building. This is my building. This is how I run it. Now, how you pick a staff, whatever. But you gotta let these guys do what they do, because the way you're doing it is not conducive to winning." And that's the reason why we continue to have the winning seasons and then back ass into the postseason and fail. This is the reason why we always, play down the competition. This is the reason why. Because it's not that the message is stale, it's the fact that he's allowed this to happen for so long, and that's the standard. This is the standard now. I'm going to let you do what you do, but at the same time, I'm going to tolerate you until I can replace you. That's how it is. And in the postseason, I think it's clear as day, it has been terrible. I don't really put too much stock into the fact that when I listen to Kevin O'Connell, and I listen to Andy Reid, and I listen to some of these head coaches, they always put the blame on themselves. Even Dan Campbell, when Dan Campbell lost in the NFC Championship game last year, he didn't blame the staff, he didn't blame the players, he didn't say this, he didn't dodge any questions. He said, basically, I got to be better. I got to coach better. I got to do this. I got to do that. I'm not going to put no blame on everybody else. This is on me. Hey, he owned up. He did it. Look at the Lions now. The Lions are the number one seed in the NFC. They doing their own thing. They probably go, get to the NFC Championship game. And that's where we are. And, when every other coach, other than Mike Tomlin, has set the culture, that is what it is. But anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that, James Harrison was wrong when he said this years ago? Or do y'all think that it's still true I think it's true to this day. Me personally. Because I've been a fan of this franchise since 2003. And I've seen it firsthand. I saw when Bill Cowher ran it, and I've seen when Mike Tomlin ran it. They're two different coaches. They're two different. one's gonna hold his players accountable, and the other's gonna, and the other just lets them do whatever the hell they want and not get away with anything. Now, it's gonna be interesting this offseason to see what they do, and I doubt they'll do anything. But anyway, if you do want more videos like this, please make sure to go hit that like button. Make sure to go subscribe to the channel for more. This has been your boy Red King 508, and I am out.